What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Mike from NYC, and we back with another reaction. Today we are watching best Skip Bayless moment since 2010. Skip Bayless makes about $8 million a year doing, what's it called? That showing him and Shannon Sharp do. And it's well deserved. I mean, Skip is entertaining, bruh. Anybody can really just sit up and talk to you about basketball facts. Or not anybody, but a lot of people can. But to provide the entertainment that Skip Bayless provides, bro, like, it pays, bruh. You feel me? So, without any further ado, let's see Skip Bayless's worst / funniest takes from 2010 to 2020.
Everybody was stunned as they watched that. All right, how much damage did LeBron James do to his reputation with this series of basketball?
You gotta start it right.
Look, obviously, for me, as you well know, all too well, it just confirmed everything I've been saying about him for 3 or 4 years on this show. And so much of it I've been criticized for because I've been unfair and over the top when I talk about LeBron James. And so, Jay, just let me say, for the record right now, I'm offended when people dismiss me as a hater. I don't like that term when it comes to LeBron. If you want to use it in the big picture, that's fine. And it's used towards you a lot, okay? When it comes to LeBron James and others too. As God is my witness, I don't hate LeBron. But please don't kill the messenger, because all I ever do and have tried to do from the start with LeBron James is just watch closely and tell the truth about what I see. Same LeBron James who went into a trance and crumbled under pressure in Game 5 last year against Boston, even in the second half of Game 6. This was the equivalent to me of an NBA panic attack, going blind under the pressure. 0 for 1 in the fourth quarter with 2 killer turnovers? Are you kidding me? On the NBA's biggest stage, in LeBron James' biggest moment, once again, he was exposed for how few superstar intangibles he has. Most talented player in the NBA, but no killer instinct, no rising to the biggest occasions. I still say the reason he chose to go to Miami was so Dwayne Wade could win him a ring or 3 or 4. And again, maybe I'm a Twitter prisoner. Sometimes you are too.
Yes, sir.
Just gut feeling, Tebow has become the most polarizing athlete in the history of American sports.
I honestly feel like that's cap, but it's not terrible take.
Speak worldwide, but I'm just, from what I know here,
That's cap.
Wildly debatable performances. 3.5 quarters of ineptitude.
What does polarizing mean, first and foremost? Because it's just like, meaning of polarizing.
Polarize means restrict the vibrations of a transverse wave, especially light, wholly or partially to one direction. Do you want to hear the next one?
Yes.
Polarize means cause something to acquire polarity. Do you want to hear the last one?
Yes.
Polarize means divide or cause to divide into 2 sharply contrasting groups or sets of opinions or beliefs.
That's absolutely super subjective, because you can say Michael Jordan is the most polarizing player ever, because there's people that hate Michael Jordan so much, and there's obviously people that love him so much. So I guess you could say probably Michael Jordan or somebody like that. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's fairly, and Tim Tebow in there, I feel like that's fairly subjective. Like,
Might say.
Yes.
And all he does is win in the fourth quarter. And it moves people. It polarizes, because we're even arguing about, can he play? We're to the point where I'm saying, in a vacuum, if I gave you these statistics and this 1-loss record for a rookie starter in his first 16 NFL games, you'd say, this guy's good, man. What? Should Tim Tebow make $27 million? Because he's big box office. He's big ratings, man. He was blowing the top out of the ratings last year.
Wait. Will I get fired if I walk off the set right now?
No, you-
I said, hold on, wait a minute.
You know what?
I said-
'Cause you have
hold on,
no
hold on.
comeback.
I said you have to.
I'll let you off the hook
Hold on,
here.
wait a
You
minute.
got no
Wait a
comeback.
minute. I said you have to be able to play and be box office. You can't be box office but can't play. Don't you dare. Are you trying to tell me in that same... You're going to sit here. You're going to sit... I swear to God.
This is when First Take started to get a little bit more entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like Stephen A. walking off the set. Like this is when they really started to like, you know what I'm saying? Because before 2012, like 2012 and before, I feel like Skip was actually being truthful in his takes. Like you could hear even in just the way that he's speaking and the way that he's maneuvering and like he's saying things and there's actually substance behind his opinions with, you know, fair facts, you know, like. But at this point in time, this is when the tide started to shift a little bit.
I'm standing up for this.
Talk about
Are you going to
Hollywood?
tell me?
Tim
Are you going
Tebow's
to tell
Hollywood.
me that Tim Tebow
Tim
deserves to
Tebow's
be
a bigger
mentioned
draw
in the
than
same
Kobe
battle
Bryant is
than
right
Kobe
now.
Bryant?
He's a bigger draw than Kobe
He's a
Bryant.
bigger...
Yeah.
Go to break.
I got him.
I almost want to walk off this set right now. I can't believe this man just said this out of his mouth. You telling me
Is
that
Marcellus
Tim
Wiley
Tim
in the house?
Tebow,
We need to get Marcellus out.
Where is he?
He needs a blow.
Tim
He-
Tebow?
He's
Tim
out. We
Tebow
need a
is more
tag
box
team
office
partner.
than Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Than Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Is Tim Tebow more box office than LeBron?
I think so. It's the National Football League. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers he did in his games last year. It's through the roof. My National Football League teams that needed a quarterback last night passed on Johnny Manziel, starting with the Houston Texans, who will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel. And in a minute, I will go right down the list of teams that will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel, who pretty soon will change football life in Cleveland, Ohio. One day, I am predicting, Johnny Manziel will become even bigger in the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was in this.
You see, like, he don't believe this, right? But it was just like, I wonder what the conversation was like, right? Because when you go back here, right, just, what are we at, 4:14? I just want to keep my place. Listen to how he's talking. Wait a minute, I want to hear him talk about LeBron. Listen to the things that he's saying and how he's saying it.
Trance and crumbled under pressure in Game 5 last year against Boston, even in the second half of Game 6. This was the equivalent to me of an NBA panic attack, going blind under the pressure. 0 for 1 in the fourth quarter with 2 killer turnovers. Are you kidding me? On the NBA's biggest stage, in LeBron James' biggest moment, once again, he was exposed for how few superstar intangibles he has. Most talented player in the NBA, but no killer instinct, no rising to the biggest occasions.
You see how he's talking? The biggest talent in the NBA, like he's giving, these are good takes. You know what I mean? These are good, debatable takes that are actually have substance. LeBron did completely fold in the situation, and though I disagree with him, he said 0 for 1 in the fourth quarter, 2 turnovers. You know, he had a bad half against Boston or whatever. Like, you know, he's giving like good points that actually have some sort of substance, and you can tell he's not saying it for shock value. Like, look how he's talking. 4:14. Look how he's talking. Let's go back like 5 seconds.
In the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was in the city of Cleveland.
Did the American people get it right?
The 34%.
The 34%. I mean, and what we're saying is,
at this point, he's starting to really get good at it, because here, you can tell, like, at least I can tell, like, he's not being serious. He's just saying shit, like, but here, he really started to get comfy. Look how he's sitting back in his chair. He's very comfortable. He's chilling. You know what I'm saying? The 34%. Yeah, not the... Like, he's really in his bag. Like, Skip really started to get in his bag.
Right now, at 52 years old,
Right here, right now.
beat LeBron one-on-one.
Listen.
Come on.
Look, he is in his bag. Yo, he in his bag. He know he about to say some bullshit.
Right here, right now.
Beat LeBron one-on-one. I mean,
Look at his face.
beyond. Come on.
You know,
Look at him about to say some bullshit. Like, he in his bag, bro.
Oh gosh,
He in his bag.
don't do this.
You know?
just might.
Don't do
He
this.
just might be able to.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to explain why he might be able to in just
Is that a real poll though? 34% of actual people felt like Michael Jordan could beat LeBron in 2015. Currently, both current at that point in time. That's pretty out of control. You guys are out of control. Like, and I believe it, bro. I see the YouTube comments. Like, I'm seeing y'all talk, and you know, though I appreciate the love, I think y'all out of pocket. Y'all are out of pocket, bro.
But allow me to either qualify or disqualify myself because you know Stephen A. Smith. So if right here, right now, Michael would stop smoking his cigars,
Okay.
change his diet up. If you gave him, I'm gonna say 2 months.
Okay.
2 months
Okay.
into the off season. Okay. 2 months is all I would need. I would train him actually.
Uh-huh.
And I will truly miss you sitting to my left and making me laugh every morning.
Thank you, Molly.
But now I feel like you see how he's getting better over the years. See, he first started in like 2014, 2013. He's saying it, and he's just kind of reading the lines, and boom, shock value, right? Then 2015, he's a little bit more chill. He's relaxed. He has his back. He got the dumbass smirk on his face. He got that bullshit smirk on his face. Then he's not only is he saying the statement with shock value, he's actually attempting to provide some sort of validity to the idiocy, right? You know, not right now. You know, that would be crazy. You know, not today. But you know, might lay off the cigars, diet, maybe train. I personally train him. You know, that's my guy. 2 months, then he'll be able to beat Michael Jordan. Like, he's adding enough validity to it to the point where it's like you kind of almost believe that he really believes what he's saying. He's really getting in his bag. Let's see 2016.
I would hug you, but I think you're tethered to the chair
I'm
there.
attached to the chair.
And I don't think Ernestine would love it if I hugged you. But I do want to thank the many people who responded via social media yesterday. Much love, even to the haters. But most of all, I want to thank this man sitting across from me.
What's going
for
on?
all he has done for me. And I'm going to shake his hand, and I'm going to tell him what I told him off the air last Friday. I love you, man. And that is from the bottom of my heart.
That's love, though.
In my view, you and I had the greatest times of my career sitting right here across from each other at this debate table. Now, you're stuck with me for maybe a couple more months here, and you're going to have to watch my Spurs win it all.
Right.
You realize that with me sitting across from you.
Right.
But now I say, let's do what we do.
Yes, let's do it. Time for
Yeah.
you guys to get to
You
work.
blind witnesses that both of you are. It's okay.
2017, this is 2018, 2019, that might be prime Skip. Skip, I feel like he's going out of his element a little bit now, because now it's not even to the point where you can really realistically get mad at what he's saying because it's so off the wall. But it is funny though. But it's more funny the little side shit that he says, because you know it's obvious that he doesn't mean it. But I think prime entertainment Skip is when he could say something so stupid, but he could reel you in like he reels you in and makes you think that he actually believes it though. That's to me like prime Skip. Like prime Skip in his bag, and he getting everybody at the table mad, right? Him and Shannon Sharp go at it now. It's kind of like Shannon Sharp just be laughing and shit. You feel me? But prime Skip is a problem, yo.
Respect it, because I love both of you, but you're wrong about this one, because without Draymond's suspension and the greatest clutch shot I ever saw, LeBron James would be 1-6.
Wait, Kyrie's shot
Let me
was a good
finish. Let me finish. He would be 1-6 in NBA Finals without the greatest clutch shot by Ray Allen and the suspension of Draymond Green. 1-6. He also got blown off the floor by a record margin in an NBA Finals. I'm sorry, I got to dock him for that. And the chosen one did become the frozen one against the Dallas Mavericks. And even you admitted that was pretty shameful on his part, because that was the worst superstar collapse I've ever witnessed. But that's just me. I believe this with all my heart and soul, that the guy who deserves to be number one on this list is the guy who is criminally underrated because he was the most boring superstar in the history of sports. Not just the NBA. It's Tim Duncan. allow me to start with
That's not in my opinion, that's not a bad take though. That's not a terrible take. It's not a terrible take. I feel like you can make the case for Tim Duncan being over LeBron. You would lose anybody who has a brain, you'd lose, but I don't think that's a terrible take. I disagree wholeheartedly, but it's not a terrible take.
West because it is the best.
No.
And my one caveat is if Corey Brewer is 100% healthy, and I don't know if he is or not because he badly sprained his knee against Memphis on the last night of the regular season 2 nights ago. But if he is right, Russell Westbrook is going to rise above and take over the entire Western Conference playoffs. I believe this is his year. I believe this is Russ's revenge on his former co-star Kevin Durant. And I believe that Russell Westbrook and company, and he finally has plenty of company to do this, will pull off Game 7 win over Utah. And again, this is by far the toughest first.
Oh, this is when he was with Paul George.
Oklahoma City, and I still believe Utah right now could go win the Eastern Conference. They're the best team in the East if they were in the East. That's how good they are.
Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to Undisputed live from Los Angeles. I'm Jen Hale here with Elise Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody, and we have a mystery guest.
Skip's not here today.
Where is Skip?
I'm someone else. Skip's sick today.
What?
He said he couldn't come in after what happened last night, so he's not going to be in for today's show.
Was it the flu, stomach ache, heartache?
It's cowboy flu. It's going around in Cowboy Nation. Everybody's got it.
Skip, I got something for you today. You like that, Skip, right now?
I don't know what it is.
You know, they get right now.
This right here.
Shannon is hilarious.
Hennessy sent me a limited edition. They only made 70 bottles of Hennessy. This is bottle number 39. I was so certain that the Cowboys were going to lose, I went and bought a pair of red bottoms to match my display, to match my pants. That's how certain I was they were going to lose last night.
Somebody gave you those.
No, they just Skip, how you doing today?
Well, I guess I got to suck it up and I got to take my medicine. So it's enough of that.
Come on, Skip.
To throw these, but Lamar Jackson had a better year than Patrick Mahomes. Just on, I'm talking about performing at the position.
Yes.
Russell Wilson had a better year than Patrick Mahomes. Dak Prescott had a better
There you
year
go.
than Patrick Mahomes.
There you go.
Now you went too far.
You were doing so well.
You was doing well.
Now I'm going to go real deep on you, and I'm going to push you right into a corner you will not be able to fight your way out of.
Okay.
Okay, let's start going down the numbers, shall we?
Yes.
Passes for first downs this past football season, Dak was second in the NFL with 229. Mahomes was way down at 16th. How about catchable passes? Dak was second in this league. Mahomes was way down at 16th. How about big pass plays? That's 20-plus yard pass plays. Oh, that's interesting. Dak was third in the league. Mahomes was 13th.
This was a solid compilation. The best one for sure was when he was talking about LeBron versus MJ in a 1v1. His face was everything, bro. That was super entertaining. But in terms of when he started his moments with Shannon Sharp, I feel like they could have got some better moments than that. The 2018 and on moments, I feel like they could have, because this one actually wasn't that bad. It actually wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. It really wasn't that bad. And then what was the next one? He said Russ will win the title or something like that. That wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad for Skip. It wasn't really that bad. What was after this one? This was a solid moment. It was solid. You know, maybe even okay. Yeah. So good video. I enjoyed it. Definitely like, comment, share, subscribe. If you like these type of videos, and I will see you when I see you. Peace.